Hello and welcome to edition 4 of Kingdom Today. We've got two fantastic guests lined up. We've got my colleague Lee Richardson, who's been out on the Lang Wang or the A70, if you don't know that particular stretch of road, test driving Jaguar's new car, and also the country and rock and roll artist Billy Caulfield coming in today. But first of all, hello Lee.
Hi Graeme.
Now you have been burning rubber on the Lang Wang, so tell us all about that.
Did I have? On Saturday I took the new Jaguar XF out. It was released, I think it was March of this year, so the latest Jaguar. Took that out on the Lang Wang, which is probably Scotland's best ever road. Took it out, had a bit of a spin, discussed the car, and basically got a review which will be up on Kingdom Channel 5 today.
What happened when the police caught you?
They did not catch me. There was some scary moments in it, but very, very, very good to do.
Now this is a fully fledged kind of motoring report.
This is a motoring report,
so
yeah.
It's basically a test drive.
It's a test drive, yes. We've got one of the salesmen from the Jaguar garage in Edinburgh talking to camera, giving us a bit of information about the car, and it's a very good film that we've made.
How does this differ from other Jaguars or other similar cars?
Well, it's new, so the technology is more up to date. You know, there's far more gadgets, gizmos. You know, it's got quite a lot of quirky features which are not found in other cars. It's a really interesting car to look at.
Any wheel spins?
Not at all, no, I wasn't allowed wheel spins, unfortunately.
Okay, but lots of nice exterior shots and interior shots.
Definitely, yes. You see everything in the car. They really just sell it to you, what I've done with this.
So as you're navigating the Channel 5 website, do look out for Lee's report on the new Jaguar. So anyway, Lee, thanks for coming in.
No problem, Graeme.
I'll catch up with you another show.
Okay, cool. Cheers.
I'm now joined by Billy Caulfield. Billy is a man of many talents. He is a country artist, he's involved in rock and roll, and he's also an artist in his own right. And Billy is involved in a fascinating project which he eventually hopes to take to Nashville. And it's a project that basically makes connections between the Wild West, the kind of macho culture of the Wild West, and also the kind of culture that he remembers in terms of being brought up in Fife. Hello Billy.
Hi.
Hi, your new project which you hope to take to Nashville eventually, can you tell us a wee bit about that?
It's a multimedia project which incorporates painting, music and video, and it's in collaboration with another artist, Alexander Guy, and it's basically our kind of mutual backgrounds, been brought up in Fife, listening to rockabilly, country and western, rock and roll, and watching TV on Saturday mornings with Bonanza, Virginian and old black and white westerns.
Now I've seen some of your paintings. They really appealed to me because they're very filmic. They're like kind of cartoons of gunslingers and guys in a saloon bar, basically heavy drinking cowboys. I saw a connection there with Vertriano and some of the life that he portrays in Leaving in the 1950s. But you were telling me that you remember friends and members of your own family actually going out on a Saturday night, hitting the bars, hitting the saloons, and it was so much like the Wild West.
Yeah, I think at that time, sort of the 70s, not necessarily my father, but men were kind of portrayed at that time as kind of hard drinking, social clubs, and people getting dressed up as cowboys and going along to places like, I remember Wayfarers Inn used to do a sort of country night. So, and being brought up in Glenrothes, there's a lot of like American influences there. There's a lot of American companies started off. We've even got a bowling alley in Glenrothes. So I think, you know, at that time, yeah, the American dream was there, you know, and we're bombarded with these images on TV and in film.
Now you can describe yourself as a kind of rock and roller?
Say rock and roll, rockabilly.
Rockabilly. You've got a great kind of rockabilly look.
Yeah, I've cultured that over the years.
Okay, but your influences are people like Johnny Cash,
yep.
Some of the early British rock and roll stars as well?
Yeah, a little bit of Billy Fury, and even Cliff Richard, when he was a bit younger, but some of the stuff was alright. But mainly I would say kind of from Hank Williams, Johnny Cash, Eddie Cochran, Gene Vincent. Yeah, and the good old sort of rock and roll when it was, I suppose, looked upon as kind of naive. I kind of like that look. I like the dress, Also like the kind of Teddy Boy thing which was happening in Britain at the time, which came out again at the time, sort of, the same time as punk rock. It's a kind of a friction thing happening there. With,
Did you say you started out having an interest in punk rock, but somewhere along the line you found that some of the punk ethos actually existed in rock and roll?
Yeah, that was true, but I sort of got introduced to rock and roll through the radio and babysitters who would leave their records on, sort of play them on these dance sets.
Right.
So I was more into the rock and roll. I got involved in punk because I could play a few chords and I was asked to join bands. But we're a punk band, but I said, well, I'm still wearing my Teddy Boy suit. But I liked the ethos of punk rock because it's similar in the ways of how it happened, especially in Britain, the beginning of, what's the band's called again? With the T-chest bass, skiffle band.
Skiffle.
Yeah, so it was the same idea, anybody could do it, and it's a very sort of working class thing, you know. Yeah, all you need is like a few pounds to buy a cheap guitar and off you go. And I think that was the same with punk really. It was based on the attitude and the creative part to it, yeah.
Anybody wanting to listen to your music, can they go on a website or can they access a CD? Or?
They can access the CD. We've got email addresses on the CDs, but the website is going to be built very soon, so we could put on small pieces of video and you could see the paintings.
What's your email if somebody wants to get in touch?
It's william.caulfield@hotmail.com.
And the paintings can also be seen as well?
Yeah,
yes,
definitely. Or we could send the paintings to whoever who's in touch.
So if you're interested in getting involved in Billy's project, do contact Channel 5 or access Billy through his email. So that's the end of edition 4 of Channel 5. Do keep navigating the site. There's lots of different stories coming up on a daily basis.